Hey there, welcome to today's episode of Google Autocomplete. So I just wanted to, real quick before I get into the video, just let you know I do have a code right now as of recording this video, and probably still when you're watching it, since it's going to be within 12 hours, and probably also for the next, I would say, week or so. But other than that, so if I sound a bit hoarse, stuffed up, that's why. Also, again, I'll have in a Google Autocomplete episode tomorrow. Since I had missed last week, I'm doing an extra one this week along with last week's one, so that's a total of 3 Google Autocomplete episodes. So the one for last week was Is Luke Skywalker, that actually came out Monday the 11th, so you can go check it out if you have not yet watched it, and I'll be putting one out tomorrow as well. That's it I have to today before I begin. So now that that's done with, let's begin. So as part of this month's theme of Star Wars characters, on this episode of Guru Autocomplete, we are answering the question, is Boba Fett? So let's begin. Oopsie, I forgot to actually, no, you know what I'm talking about. And I got to spell it right, of course. And as always, you can fill is Boba Fett alive? I'm assuming it's asking, is Boba Fett alive after episode 6? And, well, yes, in Legends and canon, most likely not, but there is a chance. A slight chance, but not likely. Very unlikely. We don't know for sure, but pretty much dead is the main thing. As for B, is Boba Fett black? No. And more, because just remember this. In Star Wars terms, black, white, and other racial categories that we know in America don't truly exist. But if you want to use the American term, a more accurate term would be, if you want to, would be Polynesian or white. Depending on if you can actually portray Boba Fett, or the fact that he's a clone of Jango Fett, and Jango Fett was played by Tiernan Morrison, who was Polynesian, or at least Polynesian descent. I'm not quite sure how that worked out precisely. But I know that it did exist. So, that's the long answer. So let's move on to see. Is Boba Fett canon? Yes, he is canon. He was not taken out of the canon. He's still canon. Just most of his good stuff is now gone. Is Boba Fett dead in episode 7? Well, he died in episode 6, so he's most likely dead in episode 7. And even if he had survived episode 6, there's a good chance he probably would have died by episode 7 just from injuries sustained in his career, including being thrown into that Sarlacc pit. Even though that's not how it happened in Legends. But he's pretty much dead in canon. Let's just remember that. Is Boba Fett escaping the Sarlacc pit in canon? That would be neat if it happened. I don't see Disney Lucasfilm actually going that route, but I would not object to them doing it. They just have to do it properly. Does that make sense? So is Boba Fett force sensitive? No, he is not force sensitive. He's just very skilled, not force sensitive. Is Boba Fett good or bad? He's traditionally a bad guy, but he does have good moments, but most of them are in the Star Wars Legends continuity, not in the canon ones, so generally bad. Is Boba Fett human? Yes. Technically, though, he is an unaltered human clone of Jango Fett, if you want to get technical. Is Boba Fett in the Han Solo movie? I don't know, but it would not surprise me if he was. It really would not surprise me if he was, but I don't know. I honestly don't know, but it would not surprise me, and I would not object to it in there. Boba Fett's inclusion. It wouldn't have to be much, too. It could just be, they bump into each other, or some kind of bounty on Han Solo. Could be anything, but I wouldn't object to it as long as it's played rightly. As for J, is Boba Fett Jango Fett's son? Yes, and as for that, is Boba Fett Jango Fett's dad? No, he can't be his own father's father. That would make him his own grandpa. And that reminds me of a let's see, what was it? I would call it a hillbilly song or country song, folk song perhaps. But yeah, complicated stuff. But that's not he. But Boba Fett is Jango Fett's son. Is Boba Fett Kylo Ren? There must have been a series from before the Force Awakens. No, Boba Fett is not Kylo Ren. I did not know that was somebody actually thought that was a series. Is Boba Fett left-handed? I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. Someone go look that up and let me know in the comments. Is Boba Fett Mandalorian? Ooh, tough question. In Legends, the answer would be clearly yes. In canon, on the other hand, it's a bit more up in the air. As fans want to consider him Mandalorian, but the Mandalorians don't consider him Mandalorian. So, maybe? I want to say yes, but the canon answer appears to be no, but we just don't know for sure. Is Boba Fett neutral? He works for whoever pays him the most. Kind of neutral. Is Boba Fett overrated? Maybe a teeny tiny bit. But initially probably definitely was because he looked so cool but didn't do anything that was overrated. And now in canon he's a bit overrated again. But that Legends continuity of him, the Legends history of him, and it really makes him not overrated. So only when you take that stuff out, could he be a little overrated. But when you factor in all the good stuff from Legends, that's when he's not. Take that out, he might be. Is Boba Fett part of the Empire? No, he only works for it when they pay him well. Nothing for Q. Is Boba Fett returning? I don't think so. Is Boba Fett Snoke? No, Boba Fett is not Snoke. They said Snoke is an original new character. Boba Fett is not original new for the sequel trilogy. Is Boba Fett the son of Jango Fett? Yes. Is Boba Fett not quite correct? Is Boba Fett white? I answered this earlier, but just to restate, you could potentially say white, but more accurately would be Polynesian, and that's only in Earth terms. We don't know what racial categories they used in Star Wars, if they even bothered using them, because, okay, you identify yourself, do you identify as human, Twi'lek, Rodian, or, what else, Tusken Raider. You wouldn't, that's it, you're going to customs. Something like that is what people kind of ask. They won't really ask, okay, are you, just to use the two most common ones in America, white or black? They won't ask you that. They won't ask, if anything, they will ask, are you from Naboo or Alderaan or Coruscant for human? More likely than a racial category, in my speculation, but I honestly don't know, and I'm only speculating here, and I'm moving on before I offend anyone by accident. By either not getting it, debating this enough, or I've debated it too much, because in this world you never know, and I think I covered it for society that we just don't know in Star Wars what racial category they use, if any. What's after W? I rated too much. Y. Nope. Oh, I forgot X. No, and Z. No. So thank you for watching this episode of Google Autocomplete. Be sure to join me tomorrow for my next one, and then again on the 22nd for my next one, as part of this month's theme of Star Wars characters. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for future content. And as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. May the force be with you always.